Good morning, class. How is everybody today? Great, me too. I see some of you guys giving me kind of some crazy looks. I'm wearing some kind of crazy stuff, right? Some gloves, a hat, a mask. I want to know if you guys can tell me what I'm dressed like today. Anybody shoot some ideas at me? A nurse? Yeah, a nurse could wear this, right? Okay, what else? A doctor. Good job. Any other ideas? A garbage man. Does your garbage man dress like this? All right. Well, those are all very good ideas, but today I am actually dressed like a doctor. And I'm dressed like a doctor today because today we are going to operate on words to make contractions. Can anybody tell me if they have any clue what a contraction is? Something your mom has before she has a baby. That is very true, but we're talking about contractions with words. Okay, we're not sure. It's okay. I'm dressed like a doctor today because creating contractions is a lot like when a doctor performs surgery. What does he do? Performs a surgery, sometimes he takes things out, takes your guts out. You don't need those anymore, right? Okay, sometimes. But he takes your guts out and then he stitches you back up and then he puts a pretty little bandage on it. Right? Well, that's what we're going to be doing today with our words. And you will all get to dress like doctors too in a little bit. Okay? All right. So, after we learn about our contractions today, everyone in here will learn how to spell contractions, specific contractions. They will also learn how to use an apostrophe in your contractions. And you'll also learn how to identify the two words that make up our contractions. Okay? So I'm going to take this off so you can hear me a little bit better now that we know what I'm dressed like. So basically what a contraction is, for those of you who aren't aware, is just an easier way to say certain two-word combinations. Okay? So when we shorten our words into contractions, our words just flow a little bit more. They sound a little bit smoother. And I know that some of you say that you don't know what a contraction is or don't know of any, but I think you do and you just don't realize it. One of the big contractions that I can think that I've heard of with you guys in here is the word can't. Has anybody ever said the word can't? I think we all have, right? Okay, so can't is a contraction. And when do you use the word can't? So, okay, yeah, homework. So, say your friend wants to play after school today, and he calls you and says, "Hey, Mary, can you come play with me?" And what do you have to tell him? You have to say, "I'm sorry, I can't play today. I have so much homework." So there's when you use can't one time. Another example, if your mom says, "Johnny, clean your room," you say, "Mom, I'm so tired, I just can't." Right? So I think everybody knows the word can't, and that is a contraction. So to give you an example, I'm going to write our word can't up here so everybody can see it. C-A-N''T. And the apostrophe is something that we are going to be talking about today. Okay? An apostrophe looks like this. Everybody see it? Okay, an apostrophe looks like this. It's like a comma, but it goes at the top of a word. Just like it's in our word can't, it's at the top. And what your apostrophe does is it takes place of the letters that you take out of the words to create your contraction. I'm going to put your apostrophe right up here where everybody can see it so we can remember. So our apostrophe. Okay, so we said a contraction is an easier way of saying 2 words, right? So can anybody tell me the 2 words that make up the contraction can't? Anybody? Exactly. Can and not equals can't. So I'm going to write our 2 words up here, okay? Can and not. Cannot. Okay. So, as we said, our apostrophe takes place of letters that we get rid of. Can y'all tell me which letters we got rid of to make our contraction can't? Exactly. So let's go through this. Haley said we get rid of our N and our O, okay? Just bear with me. So how we're going to do this is we're going to check off what we still have on either side. Do we still have our C? Yes, we do. A? Yep. N? Yes. Part of the rule of making contractions is you never mess with the first word. Okay, so we're going to go to our second one. We have our C, our A, our N, and then what do we have? An apostrophe. So we said our apostrophe takes place of letters that we get rid of. What do we go to next? T? We have a T, right? So is Haley correct when she says we get rid of our N-O and cannot to make can't? She is. She is so right. So today, like I said, we are going to be operating on words to create contractions just like this. And before we do this, I want to explain to you that there are word families within our contractions. So for here we have cannot. Not is going to be one of our families. So is not, will not, cannot, those are all nots, right? And so for all of those not words, you're going to get rid of your N-O and replace it with an apostrophe. Well, today I'm going to show you how to use the R family. I'm going to operate as a surgeon on the R family words, and then you get to break into surgical teams and operate on your own word families, okay? So, these are our rules for the R family. I'm going to place them up here and I want you guys to read them with me. Start here. If R is a part of the 2 words that make up the contraction, you will leave out the A and replace it with an apostrophe. So apostrophe. Then you squeeze the words together. Okay? So everybody, what letter are we getting rid of in the R family? The A, exactly. So first what I'm going to show you is 2 words. We are. It's in our R family, right? So our rule said that we get rid of the A. Okay, well to perform surgery, I need some tools. One of my tools is going to be a scalpel. Yes, they're really scissors, but they're going to be my scalpel today, okay? And then another tool is going to be stitches. It's tape, but it's going to be our stitches. And the last thing is our Band-Aid. Just like the doctors wrap you up and put a pretty little bandage on your stitches, we got Band-Aids. Okay. So, I'm going to perform word surgery. And to get rid of our A, what do you think I'm going to do? Cut it out. Exactly. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut out my A just like this. And I'm going to place my A off to the side because we don't need it anymore. Okay, so can everybody see what I'm left with? I'm left with we and So after we get rid of our letter, our rule says to squeeze the words together. Okay, so now we're squeezed together. After the doctor takes out your guts and your organs, what does he do? He stitches you back up. So we're going to take our stitches or our tape, and all I'm going to do here is go to the back, and I'm going to stitch up our words. Okay, so everybody says, just stitch it up, place it right on the back. So now we have a two-word combination, and this is going to be our contraction. We had we and are, now we have we're. We're. Do we use the word we're? Yeah. I ask you, summer, what are you going to do this summer? Get it? And you say, oh, we're going to go to Waterworld. We're going to go to Splash Town. And then I ask Daniel what he's doing. He says, oh, me and my family, we're going to go hunting. That's this word right here, we're. So as you remember, our rule says we cut out our letter, squeeze it together, and we replace the letters we got rid of with an apostrophe. Just like up here. Okay, well, just like doctors do, take your guts out, they stitch you up, and then they put a bandage on you. So today, I have our bandage, and our bandage is actually gonna serve a pretty cool little purpose. It's going to tidy up our little operation, right, and make it all pretty. But it's also going to serve as our apostrophe. So right where we took out that letter A, there goes your apostrophe, okay? So this is what we're going to be doing when I break you into surgical teams, and everyone gets to operate on their own word. I'm going to go ahead and place this up on our chart so we have it as a reference. I'm going to use some more stitches to stick it up there. Weird. Contraction number 1, and then, we are going to go on. Okay? You continue through the lesson, teaching your contractions, and you break your students into teams, and you give them all the same doctor equipment, and at the end, what you're going to have is a teacher and student creative resource. So this is what I have to show you. And it's really cute and really fun idea, I think. And this is what your final resource will look like. So all your students perform contraction surgery. They got to dress up like doctors. And you have your cute little bandaged contractions with your apostrophes. And I just think it's a great idea.